Hi, Anthony, as Jeff mentioned, on all the social media networks, and I'm here today to tell you a very personal story. It was about a year ago. I was sitting where most of you are, and I came to the 140 conference. It was about this time of the day, toward the end of the afternoon, day 2, and I really didn't want to be here because I was feeling pretty sad, and it took all my energy to get here. And the reason why was my marriage was breaking up, and I was pretty sad about it, a little depressed, or maybe a lot depressed. And I have 2 kids at the time, age 2 and 4, and I was concerned about them, their future. Being a child of divorce myself, I didn't want that for them. So it was kind of focused on that. I was sitting right here in the audience, and at the end of day 2, when the day wrapped up, I walked over to the side and somebody started talking to me, and she would become my life coach for the next year, and it just sort of changed things. So what I want to tell everybody today is, Mr. Pulver, Jeff Pulver, welcome guests, friends, ladies and gentlemen, there is a village out there waiting to help you, whether you want it or not, and that's what I found out. So I looked back on the last year of my life as this village started forming, and I thought, I really want to help people and tell them how this works, and I thought, how did this happen? So I broke it down to 3 waves or stages, if you will. The first one was listening, or as I like to call it, shut up and listen, because I like to talk. So I got quiet. And part of it was because I didn't want people to know that I was sad and things were not going well. But part of it was I really needed to tune in to some answers internally and figure out what was going on. So with the life coach, going to the life coach, she recommended an energy healer. I got a therapist, I got a physical therapist, a nutritionist, you name it, I tried it. And the whole life coaching thing really got me out there. I call it hired help. So I got a bunch of friends that I basically were helping me out. And what happened with that was, that really opened up my mind a little bit, and it really got me thinking about other things, for example, meditation. So I would say the one thing that I did in the past year, more than anything else that really helped me the most, was to start meditating. You get quiet, you tune in, you really figure out what's going on. There's a place downtown here in New York City, Dharma Punks, it's down in the Bowery, it's fantastic, and it's free. And it's a group meditation, and that got me started on the path of meditation. So all of these things I did to help myself while I was feeling down opened me up to what I call wave 2 or phase 2, which is be open. So when you're not feeling well and you're sad, depressed, etc., you don't really feel like being open, so you have to get started somewhere else. The second thing I did was I opened myself up to new experiences, new friends, new people, and that really worked well. The best way I could illustrate this is with a story. Friends were moving to Dubai, and they had a goodbye party for themselves, and I took the kids and we went to say goodbye to them. And at the end of the party, a couple of the moms offered to watch the kids, so some of us dads could go outside and go to the East Village and drink. So it was there in the East Village that I started telling my tale of woe. I was feeling sorry for myself, and a couple of the dads were listening, and about most of the way through my story, one of the dads said to me, he stopped me in my story, he said, "Can I give you a hug?" Which, a bit of an unusual request, but I'm always happy to have a hug, as Jeff Pulver's Mr. Hug. I said, sure, and it was just a very touching moment. I was a bit choked up, but it was just great to know that there were unexpected folks out there who want to help. And with that, some other moms, dads, friends offered help, babysitting, you name it, play dates, and suddenly I saw this village forming around my world, and it was just fantastic. So step 2 is opening up, which I did, and step 1 is being quiet. And with those 2 things together, I guess it gave me the strength, the energy, the motivation to reconnect. So I have a bunch of old friends and certainly family members who maybe didn't know how bad I was feeling and sad and whatnot. And I opened up to them, and there's tons of people in our lives who want to help us, who love us, who are there for us, but we don't want them to help because we're too proud. Well, in my experience, I like to be the one that helps. I'm not good at asking for help. But in this case, I opened up, and I was really good at asking for help, and it was fantastic. And a lot of family members stepped up, friends stepped up, old friends. And the combination of sort of knowing that people were there, some new friends who stepped up, and just tuning into whatever the answers were really helped out a lot. So I would say my recommendation is to find your village. It's out there. Is there anyone in the room like I was about a year ago who's feeling like, let's say on a scale of 10, 2, really bad? Okay, nobody. That's great, actually. right, so anybody out there who's feeling bad, I offer, because I would really like to pay this forward. I'm so grateful for all the people who have shown up, unexpected friends, unexpected folks who came to help. I would like to move this forward. And so I am Hi Anthony on Twitter. You can email me at hianthony@me.com. I am so happy to be your first village member. Let's start a village. So I implore you, if you're feeling down, or even if you're not feeling down, even if your life's pretty good, tune into the answers. Meditation has been fantastic. Be open to new friends, new experiences, new social networks. When somebody cool shows up in my life now, I recognize it quickly because I'm open to it. I see it happening. And third, don't be afraid to tell the people around you who care about you the most what's really going on. Be authentic, be real, just tell them what's happening. People love to help. It's been a fantastic year. So my message is there's a village for all of us. Find your village. I think you'll be pleased. Thank you so much for your time.